Okay, good morning, everybody. What? Phones off. Everyone got their phones off?
I want the agenda.
Right. Yeah,
Not silence. It was on charger.
yeah. Okay. Right, we've got no fire alarm planned this morning. So if the alarm does go off, it is a real fire. Lucky. And no one's going to be wanting to use the lift, are they? Right. Okay. So if we go on to apologies for absence, we've got them.
We're all here.
Yeah, good. Any declarations of interest? No?
No.
Okay. Minutes of the last meeting, everyone had those and happy with them?
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Outstanding actions, I'll do those after. Yeah. I can report that they have started repairing the brickwork on the side of William H. Brown. Yep.
And
Okay.
also the barn roof has been done as well. Because I was in the car park this morning.
Right.
And they're retiring the barn.
Good. Right. We haven't got any members of the public here, so we'll move swiftly on. Related issues. We haven't been notified of any of those. So if we move on to decisions, there's one on 28.1. We've got this as a information only, but actually we need to look at this and make a comment on it if we want to, because this concerns the camping land surgery application, which they've needed to put in under condition 3. It's a materials condition, so the materials that they're planning to use, and we need to have a look at those and see if there's any, if we're happy with them. I don't know whether you can pull that up. Can you?
Can I just make a point?
Yes. Yeah.
We refer to it as the camping land surgery, but I think that relates to the new.
Yeah. Sorry,
Yeah.
I'm calling it.
Yeah. Well, that's what it's down there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's the assisted living application, which has been approved in principle.
Yeah.
And they have actually started on it. But we need the materials. It is, yeah.
I suppose as members of the Con Club, we should declare none.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't think it's going to make any differences because what we're looking at is the materials they're proposing.
Yes.
Would you be able to pull up the application number? This application number, the 0764, and it should give not 0764, 07475, and it should give you a materials document. Essentially, the important things on there are the brickwork. So they've got some multi-red bricks. They've also got red pan tiles. I think we're not likely to disapprove of that. But they have got some colours for joinery for doors and windows, which I think we should look at.
Is that external?
Yeah.
Wooden, are they?
They look as if they're aluminium or plastic, but there is a colour. I mean, we could comment on that on the actual material if we wanted to. I think they're looking for feedback from us.
I think the colours are put into the actual composition, aren't they?
Yeah.
When they manufacture them.
So that one you've highlighted,
This one.
Oh no,
There's a
the
doors colour.
yeah, the next one down. Those
That's the doors.
colours.
Colour for the door.
Oh, here we go. Oh,
Yeah.
Can you see how I picked out the colours?
You were right there. You picked right.
yeah. Okay, so they've got two options on there, and I'd be interested to hear what people think.
What colours are they suggesting they
There
got?
are two options.
Two options, yeah.
Mixture or two at the bottom.
I like the two at
Yes,
or
I agree.
the two at the bottom because I think those colours go very well with historic brickwork
That's the
Yeah.
complementary colours. Isn't it?
rather than a multitude of colours.
I mean, I can see why they want that
Yeah,
because of the age group of people, but it has to be in keeping with the surrounding.
yeah, because it is I mean, we've got to remember it's not. Although it's not seen from the high street, it is in the conservation area, and it is important. Any new buildings in the conservation area need to enhance it and improve it.
I think it's option two personally. It's the best.
Yeah,
Go with it.
that fits with what we
Yeah.
got around the day, doesn't it? That-
Yeah,
Option two.
That's too multicoloured, that option one, isn't it?
yeah. So, you're okay to note option
Yep.
two on that. And if we go to the brickwork, which is another slide.
All above, isn't it?
Yeah.
This has got the trees on it.
Yeah, I mean, it's good that they are engaging. And the officer, the planning officer, he's written and asked for our comments. I find just new site is it's not the most.
They signed in. I had to do that on the phone one day. Umpteen times.
Yeah,
You've got to keep the start.
I mean, you wonder why a robot would be interested in it anyway.
I didn't know that. So,
What was every time?
Mm. Yeah. Yeah, that's the one.
Basins.
they look darker on that. Oh, that's a different one.
Yeah, I'm not sure that when I looked, there were two.
There's one,
choices.
if you go up, if you scroll up on the other page, on the intro page, go up. There's another brickwork above that one, just there. There we are.
Okay.
That one.
Above the doors.
Yeah. That's a lighter colour.
Yeah, it looks like there are more sandy
Mm.
colours.
I'm not so keen on it.
I like the first one.
I think the
The first one is mine, Kim, with like
Yeah.
the bricks on the conclave and
yeah,
that
Yeah.
area.
That's the
I
first
think
one.
That is definitely.
Yeah,
yeah.
okay, so
What's that called? Multi.
you're happy with, we got that in there? Yeah,
Yeah.
That one, we go.
Yeah.
Multi.
yeah.
What's
Watching multi.
multi?
And then we've got I think the pantiles, pantiles are pantiles really, aren't they? I mean, they're new, but they'll weather in.
Whatever they start off
Yeah.
with, they won't stay that way, will they?
Yeah. Whether they- I wonder actually if the top, yeah, no, carry on
Yeah, keep going down.
yeah,
There it is.
yeah. So those pen tiles. I think they are
That's the one.
clay ones, aren't they? And they always look.
Yeah.
Nice with the brickwork.
Mm,
That go with the brickwork.
yeah. And it is a new building.
Needs new plus then.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, plus
They look as if they interlock pretty well. It's usually a fault with old pentons. Okay. And then I think the last thing is the rainwater goods. Done. The one above pentons, is that?
Window system.
free flow gutters and downpipes.
Seen it?
Near the top. Yeah, that's it. That's the one. Good luck to
Is it black? I assume it's black.
Nice one.
there?
Does it give a choice of colour? I mean, because I don't know what anyone else thinks, but I don't like white.
No, that's weird.
Doesn't stay white, does it?
It doesn't look clear.
Yeah.
If grey can be too light.
Colours, there we go.
What about running
It's-
the
What choice?
Blacks, bit like that.
the round?
These are sort of like, exact.
Does that look? Can you see if does that say plastic or is it aluminium?
That's plastic. Plastic nowadays.
Yeah.
Can't read that.
Yeah.
It must say somewhere what material it is.
This doesn't say anything there, does it?
It looks very much like plastic to me.
It'd be plastic.
Yeah.
but-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So at least there are colour choices.
Well, the black would be with the brickwork.
Yeah.
I was wondering.
As long as it's not white.
Yeah.
For every other.
Yes, definitely black.
So we're black. Yeah. Right.
We're in the black.
Yeah.
What about the square downpipes?
No, they should be the round system, really, shouldn't
Why?
they? It doesn't look well, look
I don't mind.
They look more
Well, I think the square looks all right.
What's
Under the elements, actually. I put them up in one of the houses and trying to get that swan neck in the right place. I'd never do square
Yeah. Yeah.
again.
We haven't got to do it.
Do-
have we?
No.
Do we feel strongly about the shape of?
I don't mind a square. I think it looks more.
Yeah.
Well, there's not choices, is
Well,
That's their issue.
I'm sure you could put a round downpipe on there.
Yeah, you can. It's the
Yeah, they've got
running up the
I'm on about the whole gutter.
It's,
Yeah.
Instead of square, it's got
Yeah.
a half circle shape. If you look at new houses, there's not many new houses with square guttering on anymore.
no.
They're all sort of half circle.
I think gutter it's all right, like that shape, but
It's the colour was it?
trapezoid. Well, I mean,
Where are we on that?
Yeah. Well, I mean, if it depends how strongly we feel. I mean, I think the colour is the most
Yeah.
important.
yeah, black. Well,
Yeah.
could go for.
Right. I think that's all on that. That
What colour did we say?
Black.
Black.
Yeah. So that will go back to them as a recommendation.
Yes.
Good. So the other thing I just wanted to mention that on the 28.2, which is another one for information only, this is the land west of Brandon Road for Abel's, and this is tied up with the application they made to change to take out.
Yes.
The site area. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, this is condition 16 is the landscaping for the bit round the retail area. So
Which
it
isn't going to be.
well,
Was it in the retain? Is that
they've actually provided a plan for that particular bit, and I noticed they've put in the extra 2 units and then shown the landscaping around it. But the landscaping isn't any different from what they originally were had proposed. You know, it's the little bits of grass and tree planting. So I'm only saying this from the point of view of explaining what it's for. I still don't quite understand why they've done it this way, but it is to do with separating their application for extra retail units, which we've objected to.
Number.
So
they haven't put in an application for that?
they did do, and we objected.
Yeah, but the land they've taken out of the original site,
Yeah.
they're going to put in an application for retail there, as I understand it. Is that right?
Well, they've already put that.
Have they?
From the point of view that they applied for it in the context of the whole site,
yeah.
didn't they? And that hasn't been decided yet, but they've now separated it out. So I guess that.
But then does so it still pertains to the original application still pertains to the bit that they've taken out.
Well,
I thought they were taking it out so that it would be outside of whatever had been agreed.
yeah,
So they can have another bite of the cherry and bring it something totally different.
well, I think that's the thing. It isn't totally different.
No.
The space that they want to put the extra units in doesn't change the landscaping in around it. Sorry.
Well, I think
Right.
what will happen there is, like all these large scale developments, they want units of housing sold first to bring in the finance to pay for the commercial, because the commercial will be rented out to tenant. And that's a way of delaying
Yeah.
getting started until they've got so many units built.
I think they're just waiting because they've had a couple of different people pull out, haven't they, for the soup or the semi-mini market.
Might be interesting.
So I think they're now waiting, and they're going to sit on it until they get somebody come along and say, we would like to put a Tesco's or whatever it is on that site. I think they're waiting until that happens, so then now we'll reappraise it.
Well,
It won't affect the land.
yeah, and I think the point is at the moment we're not. I don't think we've got to be worried that we're not missing anything there that we need to be dealing with. I
Don't think so.
Yeah. Okay. So that's all right. And the High Hills one has been approved, all the shop windows and things. And then there was condition 3 and 6 on the Lion Works. Well, that's to do. Does everyone know where the Lion Works?
That was the old
Yeah,
Opposite
sign factory, wasn't it, many years
yeah,
ago?
yeah. And this condition 3 and 6 is to do with the drainage on there.
Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
He'll get flooded in his house if he doesn't do it right. He lives next door, doesn't he?
I believe so.
Yeah, because that Dave Cannon, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That mighty big house he's got and
yeah,
land, isn't it?
yeah.
Well, he originally had the Redland site which was the tile making. No, it was steel, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Gamar steel,
yeah.
but on Redland side. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, part of it.
Yeah.
Okay, so if we now move on to planning applications, the first one, 29.1, is the extension to form a garden room at the back of to the Crescent, White Cross Road. If we pull up these, everybody knows the Crescent, don't they?
Yeah.
And just to give context, that
To the first.
in the last the appraisal we just had, it's now been added into our conservation area.
I love
It
it.
has been seen,
Yeah, which is good.
but they're not listed.
No,
No,
no. But this is to the rear of the property. I think we'll pull up the site plan. The next one down. No, sorry, I thought you were right. Yeah,
Like location, site and block plan.
yeah. Okay, so it's these because they're all semi-detached properties.
Yeah.
Perhaps we need to go to the because everybody knows where the site is, don't they?
Mm.
If you go to, oh no, wrong one.
Well,
You don't want to look at guttering again.
go back. Go back.
Just incidentally, they were the very first council houses that were built in Swaffham. That's why the
Yeah,
uh,
they're very solid houses.
yeah,
conservation area.
yeah.
And they would have had very large back gardens as well.
Oh,
yeah. That's right.
Would have liked to have.
Grow your own period.
And they have, I mean, they've got very strong architectural design. haven't they?
Oh, they have. Yeah.
Yeah.
Non-traditional
They're 30s.
material.
Yeah, between the wars. Yeah,
Yeah, 1920.
yeah.
Mhm.
So
That's probably
Just thinking my niece lives next door to that, so
You've got an interest.
right, are you objecting?
Yeah.
Paul?
Well, the attached one, because they've got
they've been blocked.
Really, right.
Yeah. So you can see on the right hand side it's a garden room, single story. It's got doors on bifold doors, I think, on one side, but that's the side that doesn't look out onto the neighbour.
Yeah.
And the other side has got it's got high thin windows, so that it doesn't overlook, or they've dealt with that overlooking. But anybody?
It's just the materials.
It's all
Yeah,
The size of the houses, the kitchens are tiny, they're very small, you know, about 6 foot square.
They weren't exactly glamorous inside, were they?
They're not.
Concrete floors between the upstairs and
Yeah.
downstairs.
concrete. Yeah.
Mm.
good. Do we? I don't know what the materials are at the back, but and whether there's anything. I
Glass then.
yeah. The
Not rendered, won't they?
if you pull up the application form at the bottom there, it should say in there what the materials are. And whatever the materials are, it either needs to be ultra contemporary or needs to fit with the existing, doesn't it?
Can't see, can't see you doing it the same as the materials in the house.
So you've got grey
Very
slate,
slate.
concrete blocks.
Yeah.
Or rendered, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
boarding.
proposed materials of this oak boarding.
Yeah, that's what I was just going to come on to that one. There's a lot of this black tarred boarding
Don't
being.
like it.
I don't like that at all.
It's not in keeping with the conservation area, is it?
But you can see it.
No, they haven't got an illustration.
You won't see much of it, will you? Because
No,
it's only
you
on
won't see it.
the facing of the garden, so.
You can.
Yeah.
When you go along there, you don't see the back.
that's the thing. None of it's going to affect the important thing, which is the facade, the front.
The thing is, it may set a precedent when somebody wants to do something.
Well, that will, I think that will be different at the front because the actually the whole facade all works to or should work together, but there are actually lots of different windows in the front. And that would be if somebody said we want to change the windows back to how they were. That would be something would be worth supporting to do, but you can't force it. But the question is, does anyone have any adverse feelings towards what's effectively on the reverse of the on the building?
Well, on the grounds that's only going to be the owners that got to see it.
Yeah,
That's not going to be visible from the street scene, is it?
no,
No.
and
I see the historic buildings officer has no objection.
no. So, do we want to make that? I mean, I can see nobody's got any objections, so we're not objecting to it. But do we want to make any comment that the reasoning is that it's on the rear as it's at the rear of the property?
Precedent for wholesale change.
We could say the committee would have preferred a rendered, because this block is going to be built block with a rendered finish would be more acceptable.
Well, anyway, I wouldn't have thought they'd leave it blocked, would they?
No, and
I don't think they
Use
leave.
timber on top of that.
Do timber, yeah.
they're saying that the existing materials are concrete blocks, but the proposed material is oak boarding,
Oh,
which,
keep him really.
well,
You can't see
He
it.
doesn't keen on it.
I'm not. To be honest, I'm not.
But we have to look at the fact they're the only ones who've got to see it.
yeah,
There's always going to be that way.
Could we make a comment saying that though we're not objecting to it, we would rather see rendering rather than the cladding?
That's my thoughts. Yeah,
is it?
it's up to everyone else.
Yeah, more in keep.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. So we have no objection, and although the proposal is on at the rear of the property, we would prefer to see rendered finish.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is with the conservation, you're sort of conserving the whole building, aren't you? I know
Yeah.
it's important because everybody sees that, but it's to conserve the whole site, isn't
Yeah.
it? Really?
Yeah.
It's not put any objection to it.
Yeah, I mean it's a comment. It's not.
It's only an observation.
Yeah.
really.
And important to make the statement that it is because it's at the rear
Yeah.
and not observable
Yeah.
from the front.
Okay. Then we move on to the Vesta Close one. Okay. Now we've just remind everybody that we've objected to the application on and we've objected to on the grounds that the parking arrangements and the access arrangements are likely to cause a problem, and they've now sought to address that by proposing to I think if you look at the highways comment, they say that there are 3 parking spaces there as normal with the garage and 2 in front, but they're proposing to take up the grass and planted tree out at the front of the house and tarmac it to provide another parking space. And they've also said that the turning head, the highways have said is part of the scheme, and this proposal doesn't propose to remove the turning head or anything like that. They're proposing to get their 4 spaces in by tarmacking the grass. We've also commented on that, said that we would object if that proposal was made. So what I'm thinking now is what are our views on our choices to leave our comments as they are, or we've got an opportunity to add to those original comments that we made.
The materials that could be used that are porous, is what I would say. And doesn't have to be tarmac. It could be some sort of what they call it.
That grid sort of thing.
Yeah, because
What the grass can grow through,
Yeah. And the other
and
point
the
there
tree's
is,
not got TPO on it either. It's a very young tree, so that wouldn't be an issue. They could probably plant another one somewhere else.
but I think it's still, we still maintain our objection, and I think it's still, and the main reason is this, it's still not in keeping with an estate, which it is. You know, it's not the thing to have it in the middle of an estate.
They're saying that they're going to have two children now, isn't it?
Yeah.
2 children.
Yeah.
So it's no more traffic than a normal family, really, is it?
No.
But John,
Yes, it is, because they say they're going to have carers and all that back
you'd
on
have-
shifts.
Yeah, but you'd have family members coming and going, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Anyway.
John, I was just going to say that if they don't pave it, they'll still park on the grass, because you go around any estate and you will see where there's a lack of parking, they park on the grass area. So
But there are alternative materials that could be
yeah,
used that would
it would be preferable
address
if
the sort of drainage issues.
they
wouldn't
did it like that. Yeah. Well, they got to. You've got to have drained.
Yeah,
You
especially where
you can't put down a impervious area.
okay.
Well, my difficulties with that one is we mustn't lose sight of the fact that we need that type of property in town to kids that need help. But I'm going to carry on the way I did in the first place, to say that I still don't think that's the right place for it. Personally.
Well, I disagree. I think it's in a quiet location. It's overlooking
Yeah.
a quiet piece of pasture land. It's at the end of the cul-de-sac. So I think it would be a lovely location for those people to be. I think it'd be perfect.
Bob, what do you think?
It's a difficult one, isn't it?
I mean, you know, have you been and had a look?
I did have a look.
Yeah.
But they're recently sorted homes all over the place, isn't they? They're all over the place. It's not as if there's something new, is it?
No.
You know, there's probably loads of them in the town.
Yeah,
There
you
are.
don't know.
We don't
That's
even know.
one thing, there's absolutely no
See,
problem.
At that point, and you
That's
don't
just the
That-
parking. The parking.
Yeah.
That's just
That,
unfortunate for them. It's in a cul-de-sac,
yeah,
and it's at the end, and the residents are concerned there's going to be a lot of
That is the problem.
coming and going traffic.
yeah,
And if they're going to tarmac the front of the house or whatever, the shingle or whatever they're going to put down, that's an extra car, and
Well-
so I think that's what their concerns is.
yeah.
That's a one-off thing.
And that's another thing, technically, that when this planning application went in, and when the plans when they got approval, there are a whole series of landscape plans for specifically for the individual properties. And they are part of the approved plans, and they show the planting areas, the areas of grass, the trees to be planted. All that is shown for each house, and that area of grass and the tree that's planted there is part of that overall scheme. And there was also a plan showing all the parking arrangements, exactly how many spaces there were for each type of house, where they were. And this house has 3 parking spaces and a prescribed green area. And I can remember us having discussions about this, and I remember you in particular pointing out, where is the public open space?
Yeah, when they're developing them.
Yeah. What does it add up to? How many
Mhm.
square meters? And all that was worked out, and it affects the drainage, isn't it? The drainage plans are all worked out on how much tarmac surface area there is, where there are paving blocks that allow water through. All that's all worked out.
Yeah, that's why I was suggesting an alternative material, because I
Yeah.
don't think the tarmac
Yeah.
would work, but you could have a porous type thing.
Can I ask, because the size of the garden, do we know what the size of the garden is on
The
it?
back is a big one at the back.
Yeah, it's big,
It's where the
but
biggest spot is, isn't it? I think.
yeah,
So it'd be probably a small garden.
It's a big-
yeah. I mean, they're not.
it's a big
They're not.
Yeah.
I'm not about to park cars, I'm
What
just
you
on
get.
when they're playing.
Yeah.
Things like that.
It's a big
Yeah.
house with a big garden. Well,
Those
the
are big,
beds are big,
well, we
yeah.
didn't look at the garden.
They're about 5 by 5
Funny.
meters,
Mm.
which is standard.
And the grass that they're talking about taking up, or making the garden is a part of the front, if you like, the front garden of the house. I
But
know
then
it's got-
you're going to make that precedent for the rest of the estate. And if someone else on the estate wants to make another parking space on their property, there's a precedent for not doing it if we go that far.
Yeah, and I printed off the highways plan, which shows. You've probably all seen this, but you've seen the highway.
Yeah.
So that's what they're proposing,
Yeah.
putting a space in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I think most of us did do a site visit, didn't we?
Yeah.
There's space for about 5 cars on that
Yeah.
stretch of ground.
Yeah, so it looks like it's a case of do we confirm our objection to it? I don't think anyone's objecting to the principle of this kind of provision.
That's it.
But I personally object to the loss of grass and a newly planted tree. It seems an unnecessary step to go to make the proposal fit.
But as I say, that sets a precedent
Yes, it
for the
does.
rest of the
Yeah.
estate. And no one else should be allowed to do that on the rest of the estate, where a lot of people might want to do that. So they got to be careful.
Yeah,
Don't, what you wish for.
There is another point to this as well, because in the rules and regulation of the site in general, no business supposed
Yeah.
to be the properties were not supposed to be used for business. Well, that may be care, but you're still taking money, and so it becomes a business.
yeah, but
You go down there, you see a lot of vans and pickups, don't you? That have got and people that are operating from their house.
And they should.
and it's not a matter. It's not a planning matter, is it?
No.
Although we mentioned that,
No.
I think it's relevant from the point of view of the extra traffic generated, if that's the case. If you have a business and you're generating a lot of extra traffic, then it's a plan.
The unknown thing is the traffic movement, isn't it? We're all guessing what it could be.
They've tried to make it as specific as possible, haven't they? Because they've
Yeah.
got the day staff and they've got the night staff, and that's when the changeover will be. So, but
Yeah,
as I say, with 2 children and 2 members of staff caring for them, I don't think the traffic movement's going to be any more than anywhere else.
I
It's
think
not
that's
going to
a
be. I mean,
good point.
With a 4-bedroom house, you're likely to have teenage
Well,
children.
if you do,
Maybe
if
haven't
they
got.
all had cars,
Yeah.
then
It would still be the same, wouldn't it?
or worse.
Yeah, worse. Yeah.
I can see that all the time. don't
Could
you?
be a lot
New
worse.
builds, and then all of a sudden the street is built.
Has been since this actually started was on-street parking and lack of provision.
Yeah.
For that. So as
Yeah.
long as that's addressed, then you know, and
Yeah.
the drainage is a problem there. So as
Yeah.
if the drainage was sorted out,
No, I think it ought to be impermeable.
yeah,
material.
If you
and I
if
think
you look at this, I think, you know, if you're not careful, they start off with 2 and next thing you know, it'll be 4. And,
well, that's we don't.
you know, I don't know, but I'm being
Yeah.
cynical, as I say, but,
Yeah.
you know, I think that's what you've got to watch out for.
This is what we're judging this planning application on. And that's what
Yeah.
it says.
Through you, if I could just ask,
Yeah.
Paul, with all your years of being on Breckwood and planning, would this be done by delegated powers, or would this become before the whole council?
This is
I-
going
I
to
would
committee.
think if it's the objections, I think they would probably take it to committee, wouldn't they, Les?
it is listed to go,
It's listed
I
as
think-
delegated.
which I think is fine.
It's delegated.
That's,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
and you said that.
Yeah. So, can I take it that we're looking to confirm our objection to the parking?
And we project to the tarmac, that bit in the tarmac
Yeah.
area.
The only thing I'd object to,
Yeah.
but it
I-
needs to be a pause.
If it's not permeable, then it's
Yeah.
not acceptable.
So would it, it sounds to me then, it looks like that we're objecting to losing the fact that the planting scheme, the landscaping scheme and the drainage scheme have already been approved in the original plans, and this will be a material alteration to those approved plans. Do you think that makes sense, or?
Well, it sort of makes sense, but on the other hand, you've got to look at it pragmatically.
Yeah.
They'll just park on it.
Or
They'll just
the
park on
street,
it.
or the bike.
No getting away from that. If they haven't got anywhere else to go, they'll park on the grass. So,
They can't park there with
You-
a tree.
well, yeah,
So
but
they
it's
can
only a tree in the middle.
They can knock a tree down.
Yeah.
It's only a young tree, hasn't it? It's
Yeah, and I think they've
The
avoided.
station of that old, isn't it?
Would we object to the loss of
drainage.
the tree and the drainage?
I'm
Or
not
do-
that bothered about the tree because that can be replanted. It's not.
You
it's
could
not
plant a
important.
new tree. If they plant a new tree,
Yeah.
if they get consent, they've got to plant the new tree a bit further on.
Yes, and that would be important to say because
Yeah.
otherwise they may not condition
On their site, at the frontage of their site.
On the other side of it, I mean, they could rent his property out, couldn't do to anybody. He could rent it private, he could rent it out. private.
Yeah, you never know.
4 or 5 people.
You don't know who you're going to get. Like,
We know what the numbers are, don't we?
Yeah.
It's applications.
Yeah, but as Paul said, they could add to a lake, couldn't they? Quite easily to add to.
well, no, not without going
Yeah.
back to.
That's right.
Yeah, once they've got it, they're probably easier to get another 1 or another 2, wouldn't it?
Well, we are Jeff then.
Yeah, I mean, I think we should have maintain our objection, but we need to be clear on this. Are we objecting? It sounds like you're not
Split up.
wanting to object to the loss of the grass.
As long as it's replaced with a porous,
Forest surface.
yeah,
And is that
and the tree is replanted.
And the tree, replacement of the tree.
yeah? And
On the front.
do you agree with that, Graham? I'm wondering whether we should have a vote on.
I think we've got to make the best of a difficult
Yeah.
situation here because we're not going to please everybody.
Well, that's what
Well,
we're here for.
Yeah, yeah.
We've got to be objective, and if we can't set precedents that then affects all other new estates. Like
that's the other
you
angle.
can't have it. You can't take up your grass and have another parking space because loads of people will want to do that. You can't run a business from it. Well, loads of people run businesses from their houses. You can't. It doesn't matter what it says in the have planning consent, eventually people will do it.
But we still need, we can't do anything about what might happen in the future.
No,
That's
very
what
true,
might-
very true.
But we need to do what is right on this application.
Given the information we've got.
Yeah, and so, can we have a vote, or show of hands on, I would propose that we object to the loss of grass or the loss of planting, the loss of the landscape area, including the grass and the tree. That's what I would like to see, that we object to that loss.
Because our original objections will still stand.
Yeah.
These are just added items, aren't
Yeah.
they?
I'd go
Just a
with that.
detail.
Yeah.
What we say really doesn't matter.
Well, yeah. Well, that I'll make that proposal that we object to the loss of the landscaping that's part of the original
That's
planning permission.
Our original objection still stands.
Yeah.
What was the original objection?
Well, I haven't got it word for word. Yeah, we basically objected to the lack of parking and the problems it would cause to the neighbours. We also mentioned that the fact that we considered that it would be a business use, and else, and we said that if it was proposed to remove or change the grass area into parking,
Yeah.
that we would object to that.
we did actually. It's true.
So can we have a show of hands for objecting to the loss of the landscaping, the landscaped area?
If I know of original ones
Yeah.
that are
Yeah.
highlighted.
An additional comment, and if we agreeing to that, which then we can extend that into expand it a bit to include a comment about if it is given permission,
If you're minded to,
instead of replacing the grass, put make it into a porous.
I mean, reading through the papers, there don't seem to be any particular objections from the experts, are there?
replace the.
No, but the highways have specifically said it's up to the applicant to establish where their boundary is and what they
I
own.
think they're doing that.
They own all of that, don't they? So,
Yeah,
well, they're not on the
Yeah.
public highway at all.
We should go with Les because that's the most we can do at the end of the day. So
I think
Well,
that's as far as we can go.
Yeah.
Objectively.
I'll go for that one.
Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
Everyone's attached to the original. Say.
So, what I'll do, I'll check the wording of this at the end, if that's all right, because we want to get this off. But what I'll add in the bit in the neighbourhood plan about screening parking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And making it accessible.
Yeah.
Because of that is important.
Yeah.
And the fact that this layout has already been approved as it is,
Yeah.
and is important.
Yeah.
And then I'll add the comment at the end that if it is approved, we want to see a new tree plant, a replacement tree, and a porous system
Yeah.
that means the grass is kept and
Yeah.
gets right. Okay.
We got there in the end.
Well,
It's a difficult one.
it's important
It's very,
to
very difficult.
Yeah.
I think it'll work out fine, to be
Yeah.
honest.
so the next one is Tumbler Hill 29.3. which is a side extension on one of the bungalows there that faces. If you can go up a bit, can you see it's Spall Road runs up north to south in the centre there, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And then that branches off up Tumbler Hill, and the bungalow is basically one of the first ones there.
It's New Spall Road.
Yeah, sorry,
New
it's
Spall
Spall
Road.
Road. And that when we pull up,
Oh, I thought that's the site right down.
Yeah.
Oh,
Which
you
bungalow?
can't see that
Yeah.
actually from the road. You can't really see it.
no,
It's
but
well screened.
the extension is on the side of it.
Yeah.
We can pull that up.
There's plenty of room there for it.
I don't think I'd be bothered about it. They got the room, and you won't be able to see it.
Yeah, try that one. Quite fat having to download and yeah, that, it's more or less the length of the side of the bungalow. A mixture of flat roof and pitched.
That's almost the first property as you go through what was the old railway line, isn't it? At the back, you know, where
No,
It's
further north.
was it further north?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's almost on Spall Road, but backs onto the meadow
yeah.
where the big house, there's some really big houses
Yeah.
down there. You go down there.
But
Okay.
all that north west side, there's a huge hedge along there, and it's actually higher than the
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
so you can necessarily see it.
but you
But
can see the front.
It's a bungalow. Anything you put on a bungalow, that's sort of better.
I can't remember where the access, the driveway is on that.
I think it's to the south of it, that run along the south border.
Yeah,
Yeah.
onto the meadow bit then.
Well, not a meadow now, is it? It's not a meadow.
Yeah, it's called the Meadows or something, isn't
Oh,
it?
yeah, but that's a house. So
No,
Yeah.
well, there's several houses. along
there's
there.
a few houses come up.
Yeah, there's
That south side of it.
a small bungalow to the south of this
it,
one.
yeah,
And there's a
Another one up the
driveway between them.
yeah.
And then that driveway is an access to another property further up to the right.
3 or 4 properties. up
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah,
Any-
mishmash.
anyone got any adverse
Can't see
comments?
there's much wrong with it.
You know, it's pretty straightforward.
I guess they'll work out what drainage and all that
Yeah.
will be the other officers, won't
It
they?
runs down there quite well, tell you that.
So no objections? Okay.
They did a donation, but okay.
And then we're on 29.4, which is a listed building application for the White Lodge on Pit Lane.
This is why.
It's the big house in the churchyard.
With the blend of
Yeah, I know that windows on
Yeah.
the church.
Yeah,
And I don't think anyone could possibly object to this because
With windows.
that's what they're proposing is the front elevation that looks out onto the churchyard. The few windows that there are old sash windows, and then the rest of them are blocked up. And then there are 2 dormer windows in the roof. And it's the 2 dormer windows that they're proposing to replace the PVC windows with timber. And the casements, timber casements.
so if you like Velux.
It's about time they
Well, they're dormers.
Oh, dormers.
Little
Right.
dormers.
Not.
No, so they, yeah, I mean, it's an improvement.
that needs some work doing on it. That's in a terrible state. If you've ever been in there, it's in a terrible state.
Is it?
No, nothing's been done to it for years.
This is
Can't
a
they solve
bit-
it?
That's a
well,
big
I
idea.
don't know. Really.
Well, anyway, to get rid
Yeah.
of UPVC in a listed,
Yeah.
it's got to be good.
Yeah, yeah.
Perhaps they want to pull it down and build a load of houses.
Does anyone want to have a I mean, you could pull up the picture if you like, just so we can see it.
Is that the-
just to be sure?
That's the churchyard.
Yeah.
That's the churchyard.
So it's those two doors
Oh,
at the top.
Yeah.
But they all blocked up because of the window tax.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
The window tax, aren't they?
Such a shame, really, because it's lovely.
Yeah.
It's a nice property.
Horrible, the way they're.
I don't think they ever used them, the churchyard side as the entrance, do they?
No,
I don't know.
No.
Didn't they?
but from a historical point of view, the road used to run along the front of that
Mm.
and used to go through the yard of the Red Lion.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh, that's still public part.
there is a
Been blocked illegally.
it might well have predated the gravestones.
Could have, could
you
have.
know, they might not.
So there was a wall there, though. With the road paths.
I don't know. So I'm assuming there'd be no objection to that.
Really.
But do we want to put a supporting comment
Yeah.
that we welcome it?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah,
After many improvements to the building.
yeah.
Yeah.
But they like to do the rest of the windows that are missing.
Okay, and then we've got some extra ones which I haven't seen, so we'll pull these up if we. So they're all together. 7, 6.
You sent that round, didn't you?
Oh no, this is days. Ah, right.
Well, that was one, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Discharge
You-
and condition.
You sent it round.
So
Go back to the layout again.
we just need, is it, if we just have a look at what the if you go scroll down and have a look at the application, it might say what the what
23.
there'll be details for the
Yeah, it's reserved maps.
landscaping and surface water.
Yeah. Yeah, I had a look at it. It didn't look too.
Yeah.
And it was the frontage we've always been concerned about.
Yeah.
And there's quite a considerable landscaping, and the balancing pond is along the New Small Road frontage.
Yeah.
So it's our
It's whether we want to have so it's landscaping and which includes the drainage ponds, doesn't it? Is what is the date the comments need to be in? Will it stay open till our next meeting?
No, that's unrequested if you need.
Well, does anybody want to have a good chance to have a good look, or do you want to be guided by John?
It's only for information though. So Yeah.
We haven't really got.
it's there. Yeah, you sent it round when.
Information morning or yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. In which case, we don't have to do anything. We don't have to comment on it. But if everybody has a look
Yeah.
at it, if there is anything that you're concerned about, just flag it up with me and we can then put a comment in.
But am I correct? That was the main thing you were concerned about, was that frontage.
Yeah,
And what it looked
Yeah.
like from Newsport Road.
Yeah.
It looks like they've got the planting scheme, and the
yeah,
balancing pond is
Yeah.
there as well. And the houses are well back,
yeah.
except for those 5 which are in a separate.
Separate application,
Application.
which we objected to the intensification of that
Yeah.
bit, and they reduced the numbers, didn't they?
Yeah.
Okay, so can we have a look at 0867? And that may well be for the small side.
No, it's for that one. Oh, that's the one I was looking at. This is all the details of the road layout and so on.
Right, okay. So we'll do the same with this, because I'm gonna have a little trawl through just to check. If anybody does flag anything up, just pass it through.
Just have that layout plan again, Dan. Yeah, that's all right. Go down.
Down and
You're down. Get it on that plan to do that one to do. Yeah, stop there. Now, that bit of ground that's in different ownership is only like a square bit. So, and I'm just wondering, that seems a hell of a lot larger than what it was and what it actually is, with all that shape on it. I don't know.
Well, I'll tell you what they have included in this. In the bottom left-hand corner, there's a little plot there which belongs to somebody else.
Yeah, that's what I was
Yeah.
saying. Yeah, but that's only very small, and that's half of that, if that, and it's like an oblong bit of land. So why all that other bit and that bit spurring into it is in different colour?
so they're responsible for hooking up to the road that comes out of the main bit onto Newsport Road. So that spur going up, like sticking up from there.
Unless I've done,
That's for the road for that little 5.
Yeah.
I think they must have done a deal with the people that had that bit of ground and sold them a bit more land, because that's far larger than that ever was. It was only like a wooden workshop on there. That's all it was on it.
But don't forget, this plan shows the area that the application applies to, and that corner that you're talking about is another application. So it's outside of. So they're only dealing with in this application with the pale coloured site. So they're not interested in anything
It
outside.
just seems funny that they should make that, in my mind, but there you go.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I know that I know the guy who owns that corner plot, Mick Wright, isn't it? And as far as I know, he hasn't
He's
sold
not
it.
done anything with it for years. It's
No.
just wreck and ruin.
Yeah,
And it's only, as I say, it's only about, I should think, less than about 10 foot deep and about 20 foot long.
yeah.
It's only a very small bit of land. You know, it's nothing like the size that they're showing on there.
They have an old shed on there at one time, or
Yeah, it's old.
Yeah.
There was an old storage workshop on there, and they used to store stuff in there. That's all it was.
But it's not necessarily all his land,
No, it isn't.
because you can put a planning application for any land. You don't have to own it.
Oh yeah, no, I know that.
The key thing will be when the application comes in
For that.
for that small,
Yeah,
what they show on there.
we've seen something
Yeah.
already, haven't we?
Yeah,
Which was the landscaping
yeah.
along the front.
And that didn't include
Not very good.
his,
Bit shallow.
yeah. Okay, right, so the last one is the listed building application 0871. And I think that this is for the Swaffham Cafe on the corner. He did put in a planning application
So-
to,
Flats, wasn't
Yeah.
it, above?
but that, I don't think that was ever decided, was it?
That's wrong.
Anything about it.
Yes, the hairdresser.
That's not the cat.
It's Matthew Green, isn't it?
That's
Yeah.
What's he?
What's he asking for then?
Rainwaters.
Is he putting in a bid for with the?
It could be, it could be because the windows need repair, but I don't. This looks as.
He did try and get some money from for grant towards some of this at one time, but I don't think it was ever decided.
And the new cast iron downpipe. Oh no, it says the timber windows to be overhauled and repaired. As far as-
right.
He did
Is it
that.
green as put
Oh,
it?
that's the little
I don't know.
that one on the far right. That's the little
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
ceiling place, isn't it?
Because it was talk about doing away with the hairdressing around the back as well, wasn't there?
Yeah.
See? Oh, so he won't be pleased. My wife won't be pleased. She gets her nails done up there.
Oh, well, there you have it. It's overhaul of the
Is that a stand?
windows.
That's the, I think that belongs to the restaurant downstairs. And isn't that the venting stack for the
Yeah.
extractor fan?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, could we commented on that before?
Oh, really? He's managed to put it in a chimney. Stranger.
Yeah, no, it looks quite good, but
Just scroll down again so we can see that. Yeah, that's a bit. odd.
he's bricked it in, that's what he's doing.
The majority of that building,
He does want to get a grant for that. It's a lot of work. But
It doesn't say anything about that on there, does
No.
it?
well, he doesn't need to, does he? Perhaps he's
'Cause I know he did apply for some grant money at one time, but I don't think it is on the cards now, so.
very little of that building is old. Most of that was rebuilt in the 50s or early 60s. It was a department store. It was part
yeah,
of
it's August.
Yeah.
Could still be listed though.
Yeah, well, because you got that Dutch
Yeah.
part,
Yeah.
the old
Yeah.
gables were part of the old store, yeah. That's probably where the listing comes from.
Yeah,
It would have been listed in the 70s,
Yeah.
yeah.
probably. It's encovering
Well, if it's a,
cladding to. Oh, it does say on there, new cladding to modern extract flue and general repair. Do we want to comment on
What is it
that
now?
cladding?
What is it now? Is it just there?
It is just there, yeah.
It's just a stand.
I
Stranger, he
actually-
can do that.
When they cleared the ivy off the wall a couple of years ago, you could see the flue, and I thought they'd put a new flue in, and I got straight onto Andrew Gate, thinking they put a new flue.
been protected by the oil.
Yeah. But it would, I mean, that would make a hell of an improvement to
Yeah.
cover that in.
I think if it's an improvement to the property, we should, well, no, because
Yeah.
so many of our properties need this sort of
Yeah.
attention, don't they?
Yeah.
So, do you think just a no objection?
Did he say cladding? Is he talking about wood cladding or is he talking?
Well, that's why I was saying, do we want to comment that it should either be brickwork, so it looks like a chimney.
Matching brickwork to the rest of the.
Yeah.
Look,
I mean, we could make that comment.
it looked like he
Yeah.
had
It looks like
Horizontal
brick on that
lines.
drawing,
Yeah.
didn't it?
Sometimes they're wood cladding. Well,
Yeah.
they're a bit like brick as well.
It's
You can get pre-folded brick Yeah.
Like all our modern houses that still have stacks on the roof.
Yeah,
They're normally
Yeah.
put on when,
Yeah.
when the tiles are put on.
you can get a whole side
They
glass
look,
thing
they
in
look pretty
pretty
good from a
And
distance.
they, yeah, they do. So, nobody's got any objections.
No.
Do we want to
I'll
comment on the blue?
let you know.
Did you hear what was?
When's it got to be in?
You want-
Oh, there it is. Look. What does it say? Hardy plank
Board face.
or similar metal. It's shiplap. Oh, shiplap. Cladding.
improvement.
Do we want to comment that, would we prefer to see brickwork,
I find it was sort of done in some sort of style that matched the rest. I wouldn't object to cladding, but if so long as it was in some sort of, you don't want just bare board, like sort of, you know what I mean?
No, and if it was rendered, that wouldn't be as good perhaps as looking at
So
brick.
say it had to be, you had to be able to get at the flue.
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
For maintenance.
So
yeah.
brickwork, you've never,
No, but if it was
Yeah.
some kind of brick paneling,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's the thing.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
It doesn't have to be a mock like
Yeah.
material, because bearing in mind those those vents don't come out of the wall till you're up to
Yeah.
head level up.
Yeah,
So there'd be nothing to support heavy brickwork,
Yeah.
would there?
yeah.
So that'd be a no-no, I would
It
think.
doesn't actually show what the cladding is, does it, anyway?
yeah,
Well,
it had a
Hardy plank or composite?
hardy plank,
Yeah.
similar composite.
And
That means.
it says a shiplap style,
And shiplap
and
style.
yeah, which
With
doesn't sound very good at all.
Don't like this.
Could finish up between UPVC as they.
Yeah. So it's probably quite important that we say at this stage what we think about it.
Yeah.
I mean, we have no objection, but the proposed flue cladding, we would prefer to see a scheme which shows brick a
Brick effect.
brick effect that would matching the existing brickwork. Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah. But is that up to, I mean, it probably wouldn't cost any more or less than any other way of doing it.
Who is the extra?
Green.
Yeah, it's Matt Green and two family. Yeah, no, because if that was put in by the grant, they would put the application in.
Okay, I don't think there's anything else, is there? We've done. Anybody else? Anything before we close? No? Okay. The next meeting, 29th of July. When?
Are we having the finals in August? As we normally do, don't we? For the
Anything comes in, doesn't it?